So, I know you got a new podcast you got coming out, or that's already out, I should say. So,
Yeah,
talk to us
yeah.
a little about that. How'd you get into the podcasting deal?
So like I got my new podcast. It's called the Plugged In Podcast. It's how I got into it, dog. It's like I've I see a lot of stuff now where a lot of like influencers are like pushing like entrepreneurship and shit like that.
Hmm.
And like it's kind of like the end thing right now. But it's
Yeah.
like something that I've always been on, bro. Like since I was in like fourth grade, like second grade type of shit.
Wow.
Like I
You're
know that shit
smart.
sound crazy, you know what I'm saying? But like
No, you
back
were
then,
smart
like
for that one.
look, like bro, like I was selling like sports cards. I was selling like football, basketball, and baseball cards and shit at lunchtime. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I remember like me and my pops, we would go to like Sam's Club and shit, and I would buy like a big ass thing of blow pops and shit, right? For like
Hmm.
$3. You know what I'm saying? You probably got like, I don't know, 20, 30 of them in there for like $3. And I would take them out, sell them at school and piece them out and sell them for 25 cents, 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? So it was
Oh
like
yeah.
I was on that shit like young, young, young. You feel me? I was doing that in
Mm.
elementary school. You feel me? And I
Yeah.
did that shit all the way up into middle school, as far as like just selling shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Buying
Like
shit,
hustler
flipping it, and
mentality.
selling it. You know what I'm saying? So I've been on it, like, you know what I mean? And
Hmm.
I remember when I was little, I seen this weird ass word because I used to read all the magazines and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I seen this weird ass word and I couldn't pronounce it. You know what I'm saying? So I asked my pops, like, what is this word? Like, what is this? This shit look is long as hell. Like, what is this? He was
Hmm.
like, oh, that's entrepreneur. And I was like, oh, what's an entrepreneur? And then he explained to me what it was. Like basically, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's kind of like self-employed, has their own business, whoopie whoop. And I was like,
Hmm.
oh, that's what I want to do. And he was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. So like, bro, when that conversation happened, I was in the fifth grade. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I was in the fifth grade. So from that point on, you know what I'm saying? Like my pops, who was, you know what I'm saying, heavy into like business and shit like that, he would talk to me like an adult and like just kind of gang me up because I would say shit and he was like, oh, well, in order to do that, you gotta do this, you gotta have this, you gotta whoop. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like he would like just kind of give me little like jewels and gems, you know what I'm saying, that I kept with me. You know what I'm saying? And so like from a young age, I was kind of heavy into that. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
so for me, it's something that I've been like real life living for a long time. So I'm like, all right, well, this is something I actually really do that I'm actually passionate about. You know what I'm saying? It makes zero sense for me to have all this experience and all this wisdom and all this knowledge about so much shit and not spread that love to the people that support me. You know what I'm saying?
That was
So
definitely.
yeah, so that's kind of like the reason why I started the podcast. So and especially like just to get a little deeper with it, like in like minority communities, bro, like financial illiteracy is like sky high. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
sky high, like you feel me?
To
So
this
and that's
day.
something that I've been on. You can go and listen to my old songs. I'm talking about having a dope credit score and shit like that. Like bro,
Hmm.
I was having a dope ass credit score like 17, 18. Like I
Shit,
started building credit at 17, you feel me?
yeah, you're doing
So
that knowledge before Jay Z started talking about it, man.
yeah. But yeah, so like for real. So I'm like, all right, well, that's something that I know hella shit about. So let me go ahead and give this information to my folks that fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's nobody in like this space that I'm in, you know what I'm saying, that's really kind of giving out that game and giving out that knowledge. So I'm like, fuck it. It doesn't benefit me to have all this experience and wisdom and just keep it to myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give the knowledge out. I'll give the game out to anybody that's willing to listen. You feel me?
No, yeah, and I appreciate that artist doing that because a lot of people, if you hear a lot of the music, they talk about how they're in the struggle. There's no way. There's only way I knew, and then like to have somebody
Yeah,
like
bro.
you to be able to like you're already in their ear. You already have their music, and there's bumping. So might as well
Right.
also have an extra extension of like here's some game too, so make money a legit way. Make sure you have
Yeah.
equity and you have like stuff for your kids later on and stuff. It's really neat,
Period,
man.
bro. Like with me, like I love making music and I love being able to entertain my fans and talking my shit and this, that, and the other, you know what I'm saying? But that shit is always good, you know what I'm saying? Like music, a lot of people like live and die by music, you know what I'm saying? They need music in
Mhm.
their life. So I love being able to kind of give that to my fans and my supporters. But at the same time, I can also give them this shit from my podcast that's bringing them even more value because it's showing them how they can make more money. Like, bro, like you can entertain me all day, but if you tell me how I can make more money than what I have right now, I'm really going to be fucking with you. You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
So,
And to anybody trying to get into like, you know, stocks and bonds, you know, give a little game to some people out here listening to this. Like, so if they want to like start investing, what's the first thing they should do?
first thing they should do is what I did. First thing I did was actually do your research first and understand what the stock market is, or if you into crypto and that's something that you want to jump in, do the background on it to find out exactly what it is. So you have that foundation. So you can understand what it is, how it works, what's the purpose of it, this, that, and the other. And then from there, I was the easiest thing I would say, get the Robinhood app. You know what I'm saying? That's the best app that you can use for investing. You know what I'm saying? It's like the premier app to use for stocks. You know what I'm saying? They also have cryptos on there too. They probably got about like 6 or 7 cryptocurrencies you can buy on there. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as how much money you should use to like start investing, I would say the best way is you should use an amount of money that if you lost it completely, you would not be fucked up about it. You know what I'm saying?
True,
like, or just money that you don't mind just sitting to the side for X amount of years. Like, you know what I'm saying? So disposable income is what I would use for it. You know what I'm saying? And
perfect.
Don't go all in, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you don't know it like that yet. You're trying to kind of get your, gather yourself and find out how it works. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
that's usually the best knowledge I can give somebody about how to actually start. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people make a lot of mistakes in it. Like one thing I heard, I don't know if it's true, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know like one thing you shouldn't do, which is probably a no-brainer, but you shouldn't have like all your eggs in one basket. Like say, oh, Tesla's doing hell amazing, I'm gonna put all my money into this and just like see if it goes up and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's a big mistake, right?
Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? So what that is, that's a term you probably heard before where people say diversify your portfolio. You know what I'm saying? So basically what that means is just you want to have your, like the stocks and the companies that you're getting, you want to have them in different industries. You don't want to have just all tech shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain things that there's different flows to the market, like ebbs and flows, like it goes up and down. You feel me? So like the first thing that happens a lot of time, depending on what's going on in the economy, people like big financial firms and shit like that, they'll sell off the tech stocks. That's usually the first thing that they'll sell off is the tech stocks. I don't know why, but that's what they do. So if you got all tech stocks and something's going on, like people worried about inflation right now, you feel me? So a lot of these financial firms are selling off the tech stocks for their clients. But if you got all tech stocks, you're going to be all the way fucked up. So you want to have your stuff in different industries. Like even with me, like I diversify mine even more because I have my stocks in different industries, but I also have cryptocurrency as well in my portfolio. So it's like, it's completely diverse. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, dude. And going back to just to get everyone a brief info because they're here listening to this and they're already lost. Like I'll give a little overview of like what cryptocurrency is and what stocks is. Just a small brief summary, just in case they might not know exactly what it is.
So like basically with stocks, you know what I'm saying? The easiest way, the simplest way I can explain it to somebody who might not know a lot about stocks is basically, you know, not all companies, but a lot of big companies are publicly traded, to where that means that they are on the stock market. And basically, when you buy stocks, you're buying shares in that company. As layman's terms, I could explain it is that buying shares or buying stock in a company, you are becoming a minority owner of that company. So you can buy one stock or you can buy 1 million shares of stock in that company. But it's basically like you are a minority owner of that company. That's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? Cryptocurrency is completely different because cryptocurrency has so many different uses. You know what I mean? So there's some cryptos that are used as like a store of value, like with Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin is not really, like, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like the Bitcoin that I own, I'm not about to use my Bitcoin to go buy fucking groceries or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think out the pizza.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just because a store accepts Bitcoin, I'm not about to use my Bitcoin because I know if I hold on to this shit for the next 3 to 5 to 10 years, like this Bitcoin is eventually gonna hit like $1 million, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like a trap. Like it's almost like when you see those cash for gold scams. Like, don't, because your gold's gonna be worth always more than your fucking money you're getting back from that shit.
Yeah, because like with Bitcoin, there's a limited amount of it, so there's only going to be like 21 million Bitcoin that ever exists. So at some point in time, it's like, just imagine 10, 15 years from now when there's no more Bitcoin to buy, and if you holding on to Bitcoin, bro, you sitting on a nest egg. Yeah, exactly. You feel what I'm saying? So Bitcoin is something that you use as like a store of value. And that's why you see like a lot of big corporations and stuff like that buying Bitcoin now. And then you have other ones that are like stable coins. Stable coins are cryptocurrencies that are always going to be matched to the US dollar. So they're always going to be at $1. You know what I'm saying? Those are used for a lot of trading and purchasing and stuff like that. And then you got like meme coins like Dogecoin, where they don't have any utility at all. You know what I'm saying? Like Dogecoin was started as a joke. All the other meme coins, they were started kind of like as a joke. You feel me? So they don't have like a utility. It's more so a way to, what I'll give my opinion. Like, I use them as an accelerator. You feel me? Like, I'll fuck with the meme coins like Dogecoin and Shiba, and like I've been seeing people talk about Safe Moon and shit like that. Like, I'll use those as an accelerator, because when you buy into those low, whenever they do take off, like it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, 300-400% what you bought it at. You know what I'm saying? Like with Dogecoin, I bought Dogecoin when it was less than a penny, dog. So when Dogecoin went crazy, like around 420 and got up to 42 cents, I bought it at less than a penny, bro. Like, so like the money that I made off of that was like 1,500%. You know, 15, you know what I'm saying, from where I had bought it at. You feel me? So it's like I made hella money off of Dogecoin. So that's why I say I use meme coins as like an accelerator, because there's not really a stock that you can buy. Like, I bought Dogecoin in December and it blew up by April. There's no stock that you can buy that's going to X that many times. You can't do it with no stock, for real. You know what I'm saying? You can only do that with cryptocurrency.
Yeah, and to put it in layman's terms, basically these little meme coins that are used as accelerator, they're kind of like mini GameStop stocks, right? So they just, you never expect them out of nowhere to just take off like they did.
Right, because like GameStop is considered like a meme stock, because like the value of GameStop, wherever it is right now, I don't know what it's currently sitting at. That's not what the actual company GameStop is worth. The only reason why it's that high is because a community of people got behind it and pushed it up, basically inflated it up. Everybody just kept buying it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and that's kind of like the same thing that happens with Dogecoin. There's a community behind it, and they all buy into it and make it jump up. And then other people see what it's doing, and then they like, oh shit, well, I'm about to jump in too. So then you get all the like people that are from the outside of that community jumping in, and then that inflates the price on it too. You know what I'm saying? So everybody wins with it.
True. For me, it makes me think I should start joining Reddit so I can just start seeing like what's going on. Cause I heard that's where a lot of people got the information first before anyone else about the GameStop thing. So it's like they found out that loophole thing. Like, let's use it in their favor because they use it all the time, the rich people. So you know what I'm saying? That was a crazy ass thing. So
the crazy thing about Reddit, bro, you got to be careful because there's some crazy fucking people in Reddit and like Wall Street bets and whatever. So it's like, so you kind of gotta. You gotta filter your shit through there. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, the way I keep up with everything is that like every single day I'm on like 4 or 5 different social media platforms every single day. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so heavy into the market, I have to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So like even with my Instagram, I post like news on my Instagram every single day on my story, because that's what I'm really doing. I'm really reading this news so I know what the current events are, what's going on. So that way I know, how is this going to affect my stocks? How is this going to affect my cryptocurrency? You feel me? So it's like, I'm always, that's kind of like where the name of the podcast came from, plugged in. I'm always plugged in. You know what I'm saying? Because I got so much money involved in this shit. I got to know what my next move is going to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was able to benefit off of Dogecoin, was basically being plugged in and having my ear to the internet street of what's going on. And I made hella bands off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, yeah. So everyone listening, just stay up on all these different platforms that give all this information. Not necessarily Reddit, because like you said, there's a lot of people on there. You might not, get some good information or whatever. Is that right? Or
Yeah.
like, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
go on the platform.
you just gotta filter through. You gotta be aware of the source sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Or
Because
just
you got a lot
follow
of
plug, or just follow the Plugged In podcast. You'll get all your information there.
hey, that's the easiest way, bro. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No lie.
yeah, like dead ass serious. That's kind of like what I kind of do with the podcast is I talk about these things and I break it down into terms that people like me and you can understand. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of these other YouTube videos that you'll see these people making, they speaking in these like hella technical terms.
Yeah.
Where I might be
They're
able
unwatchable.
to understand it. Yeah, it's like I might be able to understand it just because I'm deep into this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody else that's newer or a beginner or just like a casual investor, that shit is going way over their head. They not understanding the context of what's being said. So that's why I kind of cater, you know what I'm saying, the Plugged In podcast to my demographic and talk to them in ways that they can understand, but also in ways that people from the outside that are from those other more like hella deep in the game communities, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to stocks or cryptos, they can understand what I'm saying too, where it's like not too novice, but at the same time is not talking over people's heads. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely. Yeah. So as everyone follow the podcast, the link's down in the description below. So if you want to peep that out, it's right there. And also follow them on Instagram. Because I also follow your stories. You also post a little updates here and there about certain stocks going up and down. So that's also a good thing to keep in mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Follow me on all my social media because this is what I'm really doing every day. So you can pick up some quick tips and make a little bit of money just by following me and paying attention to what I'm saying and what I'm doing.
Is there lastly, when somebody has like say like you just mentioned that Robinhood's the best one to go to for that kind of stuff, like what if somebody who's casually investing or someone has like something like E-Trade instead, or they have some other like platform, should they just abandon that and go to Robinhood? Should they keep there? What's going on? I also have a question about that too.
No, that's a good question because there's a lot of other apps that are available like Webull and stuff like that. But you can, so it's kind of up to you. You know what I'm saying? Because like the way I have mine, I have multiple apps. You know what I'm saying? So you can have different portfolios on different apps. You just have them separate. You feel me? So you can go about it that way. Or like honestly, with like E-Trade, like they give you access to all the stocks that you could be looking for. They might not be as well versed in like cryptos. I don't know what. Yeah, there's none on there.
You can only do all this stuff like Robinhood. That's what I found out.
Yeah. So that's the only thing. So you can still keep it E-Trade and do your stocks on there. And then you might, if you're looking for something to do like crypto on, you might fuck with like a Coinbase or you can do like Robinhood, or you could do like a crypto.com. Those like Coinbase and crypto.com are more specifically for cryptos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you're looking for some like, I think they have like 50 different cryptocurrencies you can buy on those. So there's like way more in depth. Whereas Robinhood, like I said, it's only like 6 or 7 that are on there. You know what I'm saying? So if you're really trying to get into crypto and do all the fly shit with cryptocurrency that you can do, you want to get on like a Coinbase or crypto.com.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that because I had E-Trade when I started doing my stuff because I started just when I worked at where I work at. So like, yeah, that's good to know for other people who also have different shit that they're not sure they should abandon or not.
And also like the one thing about some of the other apps, like the big thing with Robinhood is that Robinhood doesn't charge you any fees. You know what I'm saying, for trading. Wow. So like on a lot of the other places, like I think E-Trade, do they charge fees for?
I think they're starting to take it off now. They don't do that anymore.
Okay. Because I remember back in the day they used to. Yeah, I remember back in the day they did. I wasn't sure what they're doing now, but a lot of the stock apps, they do charge fees. Robinhood doesn't charge any fees, so that's one of the big selling points of it. Why a lot of people fuck with Robinhood. That's
probably why E-Trade changed that, because they're also really big, popular, apps for that shit. So they probably saw that, okay, we gotta get too much business. We should start advocating the same kind of stuff. So no more charging. So it makes sense. It's all about marketing and shit. So that being said, do you have any besides the podcast? You have any other projects in the works you want to let people know about?
Right now, that's the main thing I'm focusing on right now is the Plugged In podcast. Obviously, I still got music that I got coming up soon. I haven't nailed it down to exactly what project is going to be next. I'm working on like 3 different projects. So
Okay.
You just have to stay tuned in with me, man, so you can catch what the next one is going to be. You know what I'm saying? Because right now I'm just kind of juggling like 3 of them, trying to figure out which one is going to be first.
Most definitely. All right. With that being said, I'd like to thank you for being part of this series. You know what I'm saying? It's an honor to interview.
Absolutely, bro. I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying?
And with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to hit the annotation bell above to check out a new interview like this one right here. And make sure to follow Shoboat down below in the link description, the Instagram, the Plugged In Podcast, or in any other media you want to check them out at. And with that being said, we're out.